My hair. Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. A bit
I
ill,
didn't realize.
but I'm fine.
Oh, do you have a running nose?
I do.
Oh,
A little bit of a cough and a splutter, but I'm fine. How are you, my love?
I am very well, thank you. How do you go on stage when you have like all this going on?
It's very funny you say that. I'm actually recording a vlog about that.
Okay,
'Cause
so
you
that's like tricks of the trade.
kind of, you just have to get on with it, to be honest.
No, I know you do look like a trooper, like in a good way. Like you would just go if you have commitment,
Yeah.
you're there, no
Yeah,
matter.
yeah. We've all been there where we're just not feeling it and we've just had to crack on regardless. How are you, Violet?
Oh, hello, hello. I'm fine, thank you so much. What about you?
Good, good, thank you. I was just saying I'm a bit under the weather, but I'm fine. How are you, Anna? I didn't feel like you answered that question when I asked you.
Oh, me? Very well, thank you. Well, no running noses for now,
Good.
so that's
Good
good. I
health.
think I'm super pleased days are longer. I don't know. I'm so like sunlight dependent.
Yeah, definitely. It's so, so nice. Me and James were saying it the other day, like it does feel like spring is here now, and I'm here for it. Just smells different in the air. There's
It
something,
does, even if it's
yeah,
cold in the morning, it's still sort of,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, much more welcoming into your day, isn't it? And in the evening, like it's just, yeah, we went for a lovely walk yesterday evening actually, and I was like, oh my God, we wore our shorts for the first time this year. Got our shorts out. It
Uh,
was that hot in the sun. I was like,
I'm a bit speechless.
I know, I know. It
A
was
bit
cold.
extreme.
Yeah, it was cold and extreme, but it was really nice. And it like I say, when you're in the sun, it actually felt like it was on your skin. So it was really lovely. But yeah, a bit
Wow, no, but
we did get a
I'm
few,
shocked.
yeah, we got a few funny looks, that's for sure. I was like, hey, I'm working it. I'm cool. I'm warm enough.
Exactly. As long as
Yeah,
you feel like it.
exactly, exactly. Can't please everyone. And if you don't want to wear shorts, you don't have to wear shorts. Um, but yeah, it's good. Shall we crack on? I know we're still waiting for a few other people, but I did this yesterday with the workshop with Lilo, and I thought that I only had a few people, but then everyone joined like half an hour in, and then we ran out of time. So let's just get started with the poem. Are you happy for me to read it first of all?
Absolutely.
Excellent. Have I pressed recorded? Yes, I have. Good. With this illness, I think I'm forgetting little things. Let's do it. This is How Happy is the Little Stone by Emily Dickinson. How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity.
Did you say associates or associates?
I don't even know what I said, love, to be honest with you.
You said S.
Associ on associates, I said associates, I think.
Yeah.
Should have done associates or associates, actually, yes.
It's a verb here, isn't it?
Yes,
But it
yeah.
wasn't my question. It was about it's like issue and issue. Like, what do you say? Like, what is
Very
the right
good.
way?
I was talking actually about this yesterday in one of Lilo's workshops that I was teaching about issue and issue, yeah. Issue is, I think, a little, do I even say it in the poem?
No, I'm just asking
No,
because
just
of
generally.
associates and
Yeah.
associates.
Okay, sure. So, well, if you associate, let's go to associates first of all. So an associate could be like a person who's an associate of a company or like a theatre company or something. You have an associate director or something, which means that they're kind of related to it. So you would say associate. But you can also associate with something, which is more like, I suppose, a verb. Like I
No, I
associate.
know.
Person.
Yeah, I understand that. But is it
Yeah.
associate or associate? Is it
Oh, forgive me. Associate, associate, associate.
because I know you can say it either way, but like,
It's so
is
funny
there
because I've
difference?
never really thought about it. Associate, I think you can do both. Dare I
Okay.
say?
Because I
I would
forever,
say
yeah,
associate
associate.
rather than a sh. Yeah. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I always ask my husband like this sort of things, and he's like, "Well, you can say either way. I don't know." I said, "What did you say?" Well, and then he says one thing, and then I catch him out saying the other thing, and I'm like, "Well, you just said that," and he said, "Well, it
Yeah.
just came out."
But that's it. It's so funny, isn't it? And like, I think like I've talked about it before, but like sometimes people say espresso instead of espresso. Like we just
Yeah.
say words wrong all the time because that's just how we've been brought up, depending on
Yeah,
our,
I think you told me about that it's technically etc. because it comes from Latin,
yeah,
and
but
it's like,
everyone says
somebody
etc.
learned Latin at school, but they still say etc. And I said, this is wrong. And he's like, well, people say this.
That's how we say it.
And it's
But
a
it's
little bit like, well,
wrong.
I'm the native speaker around here, so. And I'm like, fine.
It's so silly, isn't it? But yeah, it's one of those things. And the main one in this poem actually that threw me was exigencies, which I'm not sure. I've just actually
What
looked
does
it up.
it mean?
Yeah, God knows.
Exigency.
Exigency. Okay, so that's what the dictionary online says, and it says an urgent need or demand. So exigency. So it's not exigency, it's more of a schwa, exigency. Yeah? Everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
I know. I don't even know how I said it on YouTube, actually. I must have looked it up beforehand.
Well, you have an artistic license. You can always
yeah.
say, well, this is how I see it. And like
Exactly.
everybody's like, oh yeah, cool. People's an actress,
But this is the other thing. We can, like, depending on what we think and relate, we can have artistic license over our
I
own.
feel like when you learn a language, you kind of don't have
Yeah.
you don't quite have artistic license because there might be like, I don't know, like some association with an old movie where they say it certain ways. Everybody's like, in a joke, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what?
Over your head. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But hey, this is poetry, so let's have some artistic license with this and have some fun with it. Violet, do you want to kick us off with your version?
Yes, of course. Oh, bless you. I also struggled with this part about exigencies. I didn't know how to. I thought that the rhythm of the poem interrupted in the
Yeah.
sentence, and
Yeah.
something was wrong. But I'll try to do
Yeah.
it smoothly.
Give it a go. See what happens.
How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity.
Lovely. Well
Thank you so
done.
much.
Fabulous work, my love. Was there any bits of that were a bit tricky?
I think, as I've already mentioned, exigencies, this part, and maybe just a moment. I think everything else is okay. So
Yeah.
maybe I was mistaken somewhere, but I didn't put attention to it.
Good. That's what I like. Excellent. Well done. Really, really good. I thought your exigencies was really good, actually. I think you stopped, had to have a moment to think about it, and then when you committed to it, you did really well. So fantastic work. Can you say the second line for me, please?
Okay. That rambles in the road alone.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. No comment. Can you try the final line for me, please?
In casual simplicity.
Excellent. Thank you very much for doing that for me. So the final line in casual, with casual, I know it's spelled casual, and we do say that, but can we have it a little bit more casual? Almost like you're saying casual, almost casual. Can we make the "ual" a little bit quicker and more compressed and less focused on?
Casual.
Yeah, good. Casual. One more time.
Casual.
Yeah. Better than casual, like kind of dragging it out. Just a little bit more short and melted together like you did. Fabulous work, darling. And simplicity. Can we just say simplicity again for me?
Simplicity.
Yeah, good. You're stressing it correctly, but I'd like you to stress it less. You're saying simplicity, but can we have simplicity? Can we make it simpler on the lip
Okay.
and slightly lighter?
Simplicity.
There we are. Yeah. Just needs a bit more of a smooth glide through it, I think. When you stressed it too much, it just sounded a little bit jarring, and actually it is quite a smooth, simple word. So just say all of that again in casual simplicity.
In casual simplicity.
Yeah, lovely. Good. Could you hear what I was trying to get you to do differently there? Do you understand?
Yes, and now I see the difference and why I should do
Subtle.
it like this.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is such a subtle difference, but it's just, yeah, a really, really good taking those notes on, really, really good. And yeah, on the second line, I'm not, it's going to be something really tiny and you're going to be like, God, stop nitpicking me so much. But it's just this tiny thing on rambles. Can you say the whole line again for me?
Yeah, yes, I think that something with rumbles is here. Yeah,
Ah,
I'll
okay.
try. That rumbles in the road alone.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Rambles. Rambles. Rather than having too much focus on the R, the ra, can we just try rambles? Can we flatten it out a little bit more? Rambles, and make the R a lighter R, if we can.
Mm-hmm. Rambles.
Yeah, I think that's better again. I think because you were trying so hard to articulate it clearly, and those R's, I always talk about how important they are to get right. And we need that muscularity there. I think you're just working on it a bit too hard, but then it almost became rambles, but we can afford to cool it off a bit. So yeah, say the whole line again.
Mm-hmm. That rumbles in the road alone.
Good. I feel like you gave me more of a rah there again. Can we try and make it lighter? Rambles, rambles.
That rumbles in the road alone.
Yeah, good, good, good. And make sure it is ram, not rumbles. So again, just try and get that is it a flat A? I always forget. Ram. Just say ram.
Like smiling, not pulling the chin down. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Ram.
yes, ramble, ramble,
Ramble, yeah. Like hand.
ramble.
Sham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Raham, rambles. Yeah, not rumbles. But rumbles could work because it's a rumble, like it's a similar sort of word to ramble, but ramble is slightly different to rumbling, I would say. So yes. Just say rumble for me.
So down, chin down. Okay.
With a U.
Rumble,
Yeah,
rumble,
good. And then ramble.
ramble,
Good.
ramble.
Lovely. Really, really good. Well done. I'm trying to think if there's any other bits really that stood out. Just say associates or glows alone, or associates and glows alone. Should be associates, I think.
Associates or glows alone.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah. I don't really have any other notes for you, to be honest. Any questions?
No, thank you so much. I really like the poem.
Do you?
It is wonderful. Yes, it is quite optimistic and very interesting to understand.
Good. Good. Okay. Interesting. I must admit, I don't really like this one. We haven't really discussed it yet, have we? I don't really like it. I don't know why, and I can't put my finger on it, but I'm glad that you enjoy it. Anna, what do you think of this poem?
I think it's just because it's less dramatic compared to, I don't know, Invictus, or
Yeah.
what's the other one
Yes.
about do not stand at my grave and weep, and you're like all these like emotions and you're practically
Yeah.
crying, and all of a sudden there's like little stone. Although it's really cute, I have to say.
Yeah.
Once you read it and sort of understand a little bit the word, like you sort of think about the word, it's sort of cute and everyday, and this is why you leave.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, oh.
Yeah, and I think like I am an actor, so I like drama. Like, I mean, I hate drama in my own life. Like, I don't bitch. I don't like. I'm not interested in any drama like that. But in acting, I always
But
look
then
for drama.
expressing emotions, I think that's like what gives
Yeah,
pride to
yeah.
read, right?
But maybe, hey, I could take a leaf out of the Little Stones book.
But it's a little bit like Blue Peter sort of thing, like
Yeah.
read.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, do you know what I remember when I was younger, primary school, I think my mum still got it. We had to like do a little miniature version of a book that we'd read, and mine was about this hedgehog that nearly got run over, and it was the hedgehog that crossed the road, I think it was called. And I like drew all these things, and it was just I had like this little hedgehog like under the cars, and it's reminded me of that stone just bobbing along, getting knocked by things, but not having a care in the world. And I do imagine that the poet is maybe just sat at a park bench or at a bus stop bench and just looking at a stone and going off into that little wondery place. So yeah, anyway, it's just reminded me of that little storybook.
Well, you know, there's some children's show like in the Night Garden, or what's the other one? Teletubbies or something like this. That sort of reminds me of, because I obviously like quite a few years ago, thankfully, I had to sit through them and watch them and Peppa Pig and things. And this poem reminds me of that when you're like so desperate and out of your mind that you think, okay, is there anything I can relate to? Is there anything an adult can grab on to think about? Because otherwise this place is numb.
Yeah. So interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I can't. But hey, maybe, like I say, maybe we could take a leaf out of the Little Stones book and just take it as it comes in the simple form that it is in. Yeah, interesting poem. I think Liza's just joined as well. Lisa's just joined.
Exigencies. Is it exigencies?
Yeah, exigency. Let's try.
Which syllable is stressed over the first one?
Say that again.
Exigencies or exigencies? I forgot.
Exigencies.
Okay. Okay.
Exigencies. Exigencies. Yeah.
Such a simple poem, and they put that word in it.
I know, and that's the other thing about this poem. Hello, Lisa, by the way. Welcome. And I think Anastasia popped in as well, but I can't see her face, so I keep forgetting that she's here. Forgive me. Hello. Yeah, it's the strange words: exigencies, elemental, universe, independent, associates, fulfilling. Decree is for me, a decree is a really big, powerful word. So it is interesting the language that the poet has popped in there, considering how simple it is that she's saying this stone is and how happy.
I'm telling you, this is like an anchor for an adult to keep their sanity.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. So it's adding enough complexity in there to engage us and keep us stimulated as adults. But yeah, it is about a little stone on the floor. Good. Right, Anna, let's have a go. Thank you.
How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone. It doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown and a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity. Too fast?
Lovely. Well done. I
was like, am I reading too fast? Do I need to slow down?
Did it feel too fast as you were doing it?
A tiny bit, but I know that I have a tendency to always double check. It's that little voice in your head.
Yeah. Because it's something we've picked up on before. Okay, the thing with this one as well, actually, compared to some of the others, they have, when I copied it off the internet, they all had a new paragraph. It was like each line was its own stanza. So again, it's not line after line after line.
And it's sort of sentence is broken, and it kind of throws you off throws me off the rhythm.
No, it threw me off as well when I was reading it. I found it a little bit jarring, and I think that's why I didn't like it instinctively. It didn't flow like the poetry does that I really enjoy. So yeah, let's lean into that again. Let's slow it. Let's make it slower. Let's do it again one more time, Anna. And yeah,
I just knew that. I think there was in all our lessons, there was one time you didn't say I need to read it the second time, and I was like, I feel the void. All I did.
You got another chance. Yes, let's fill the void and try it one more time. Nice and slow. And I think remember the simplicity and the casualness of this happy little stone.
Well, I look like a person who does casual and simple. No.
Yeah.
Like complicated lives. Well, we don't, but anyway.
Let's try and find it now. Find that casual simplicity now.
It's like an acting lesson all along, new personality. Sorry, I think my husband left his phone and I don't know where it is, so I can't shut it down. I don't know if you can hear the funny noises in the background.
I can't. I'm all good.
How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity.
Good, well done.
It wasn't slower, but
slower.
No, it wasn't. But I feel like I put more emotions into it, so hopefully it counts for something.
Definitely. Yeah, I thought you did a really good job plucking out some more detail, I think, in the words. Pace wise, I don't think we really slowed it up, but again, I don't think it really matters. It was just an experiment that I wanted to throw at you.
I mean, if you understood what I said, I think it's good.
Yeah, exactly. And I did. Really, really good job. Well done. Let's have a little look. The second time, however, How happy is something you brought happy and is really close together.
Yeah, it should be happy is with like a J.
Yeah, and that's fine. But it was maybe even a bit more mush than that. How happy is the little stone? How happy is the little stone?
Okay.
I think, can we just
Bit of
try
a
it
pause
a
in
bit more?
between.
Yeah, a bit more broken up.
Okay. Let me say it or
Yes, please.
there was actually some more comments. How happy is the little stone?
Yeah, good. One more time.
How happy is the little stone?
Good. Happy. Can we make sure it's a real nice hap sound, not
Hap
happy? Happy.
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 How happy is the
Yeah,
little stone?
better. Thank you very much. And yeah, just say little stone
Little stone.
again.
A little stone.
Yeah,
Is
good.
it
So
as a
little.
stone with a like
Little. Well, it's interesting. You're little. So little we can change. It can be little, little, little. I think you're doing a very nice lateral plosion there on little with the dark L, which is nice. But that second time you just did it, when I got you to repeat it a couple of times, it became little, little, like we're going to Lidl
yes.
shop. And
Okay.
again, little, little. It's a little, little. If anything, in British, we'd probably say little in contemporary English. I would just be
Let's
careful of
throw
that.
out the T's. Lil. Like
Yeah,
this.
like glottal in it, little. So we don't actually make the t sound, little. Again, I'm not sure that's right for you, but the first time you did it, you did say little, and you kind of said it quite properly, and I actually think that's better for you.
Yeah.
Better for you and better suited to you.
I like it as well better.
Yeah, it's nice. And it is, people don't often do it, but like I say, I think what I know of you, you would say it. So good. Let's try that first line again. Make sure we got happy, in there, and yeah, little stone. And play around with the pitch and intonation a little bit for me and see if we can change that up a bit.
Literally, if somebody told me even 2 months ago I'll be playing with a pitch and a phrase, how happy is the little stone? I see they were delusional, and yet it doesn't feel abnormal anymore.
Good, I'm glad. Go on, give it a go.
How happy is the little stone?
Yeah, good, lovely. Stone. It's similar to stone, road, alone. I was going to pick you up on your roads and alones. Can we, what note is it that I've given you before? Can we flatten them a little bit more? So
In
it's not
what way?
alone, alone, alone.
Okay, because I'm getting confused as ever, because with James we were doing goat sound, and he said that row and road should sound different. So now it's a mush in my head as ever. So
Okay.
I'm not sure which one is where anymore.
Row as in row your boat.
Yes, like row as in like this is like the one that we practiced the other time, and the road is more like a schwa and then W kind of thing. Road.
Road, road. Yeah, it's the schwa
Maybe I'm
way
just
as
not
well, I
getting
think.
maybe I'm just not getting the subtleties that he's trying to explain. But
Maybe you're trying to hit them, but as a result, making them not very subtle, if that makes sense. Similar
probably,
to
yeah.
when we just had casual with Violet. I wanted to make them just a little bit more smushed together. So
All
it
right,
is a bit,
so we're doing like road.
but yeah, much more better.
Okay, and
Much more better. Yeah, I think again, it's just for my ear and my money. I think if anything, I do think you've got a good, you would have a well-spoken British accent to suit your personality. Like I said, little, I do think you would say that. But with road, if it becomes, I feel like that's such a one that will stand out as being really hoity-toity Queen's English, and you're not that.
Oh yes, and then I will do the dropping intonation and the T's, and then
we're
no
really like,
friends. I'll
hello, we
stand in
belong.
the
Yeah,
corner
no
all
friends.
alone.
Yeah, all alone in my little palace in Buckinghamshire, in Windsor. Yeah, and it's not quite right for me. So yeah,
I would like to like switch it on and off, but I guess it's not everyday life.
yeah. Well, I mean, practice both. I think it's worth having both in your repertoire and being able to do both. But for my money and getting a contemporary British sound for
Let's
you,
just stick
I think,
to this road and stone and alone.
yeah, good, better.
All right, we'll stick to this for now.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
speak to
say
James
that.
on
Yeah.
Saturday, and he'll tell me something else, and I'll just like People, you and I need to talk.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, like, I mean, from what I know of James's and Lilo's background as well now, and I know she's like trying to work on another course with it. Like there's certain schools of thoughts in phonetics and language and the British accent, like what is RP? Like how should it sound? But again, in contemporary British and from my experience as a working class British person, you know, James is from Birmingham, I believe. Lilo is Russian and has lived in London for a long time. But like I've grown up in Essex and like London. That's like my remit really. And so for me, I know if anyone ever said road or alone to me, I thought they were dead posh and like that was just weird to me.
Go back to Chelsea.
Yeah, go back to Chelsea, mate. Ugh. So yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, so again, it's good to have all these conflicting ideas and thoughts on
Yeah.
it.
I was gonna say I quite like Chelsea, but maybe I shouldn't
Yeah,
say.
Chelsea's nice, isn't it? It's so nice. I do. This is the thing. When I was younger, I was very judgmental of these things, but I think that's just because of a result of how I grew up and what I was kind of taught in my environment. But now I really appreciate all these differences and
Yeah.
different subcultures and
I noticed in my son's school that you can always tell which parents went to boarding school,
yeah,
which parents went to day private schools, and which
yes.
parents didn't. And
Mhm.
it's just in the accent, and that it's actually like in this road and alone, and the T's everywhere. And but they're so well spoken. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
can I talk to you some more? I
that's
would
it. Yeah.
like to pick that up.
Well, there's that as well. Yeah, so again, exactly in that environment, maybe you would be saying it more like that. So maybe that does suit you more, Anna.
I
You know,
don't know.
just
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll figure it out in there.
yeah, yeah, you know, and like we've said as well with your mother-in-law as well, like if you the more you're around those kinds of people that do speak like that, the more likely it is that you're going to pick that up and actually
I
emulate
really
it as
think
well.
that with her, like she sounds really posh, but I think she picked it up because she wanted to be she wanted to pretend to be more upper class than she
Yeah,
actually was.
yeah.
So it's probably
Sometimes.
not the best example as well, because better be than pretend, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it might be putting it on a bit and exaggerating even more extreme potentially. Yeah. Um, oh, it's interesting. We could talk about it all day, couldn't
Yeah,
we?
I know. Feel like I'm always taking time off everybody else.
No,
Just
no, it's good. It's
chatting.
good conversation to have because it's relevant to the work and the
Yeah,
accent, and the culture that we're trying to, you know,
yeah.
you've got to understand the culture to try and emulate
But
the
that's the thing with accents, because you can just get it so right, and then you could say one word and it completely shatters the whole impression, and
100%.
you kind of
Yeah,
need to know.
yeah.
That's why
Fascinating.
I'm sort of picking your brain a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, no, and that's what this time is for. So it's great, and then we can all learn from it. So yeah, fabulous, darling. Got a couple more things for you. Put on. Where's put on? A passing universe put on in the middle. Can you just say that line?
A passing universe put on.
Yeah, put on. Rather than put on, put on, put on. We need to kind
Put
of break,
on.
yeah,
Oh, I
put
see.
on.
Just they are two separate words. Put on.
Yeah, and put on. I think as well the tongue maybe was a bit too high on put
It was because it went
on.
really nasal. And
Yeah, it's
put
too,
on.
yeah, put on. I want it more in your mouth and
Oh,
rounder.
put on.
Yeah, better. Yeah, better.
Okay.
Yeah, so if that tongue's too high and we don't get the tongue lowered on put on and we lower it. So I think where
On.
you're making the T, maybe your tongue is lifted, but then you kept it up there for on, and that
Yeah.
as a result it felt a bit
Yeah, yeah,
nasal.
yeah.
Um,
Now that I said it slowly to myself, like whispered it to myself whilst you were talking, it actually makes sense. Yeah.
one more time.
Put on.
Yeah, thank you. Much better. Lovely. And one more. Associate. Can oh, my notes just flipped around. I'm using my iPad as a notebook today.
Oh, wow.
I know, fancy.
Very
Check me
high
out.
tech.
I know. Ooh, la-di-da. La-di-da. Associates. Associates or grows alone. Could you just say that line for me?
Associates or glows alone.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because of ASOS, but it's not associates, it's associates. And
Oh,
we
associates.
yeah, better.
Okay, I understand. A sausage.
Not a sausage.
Yes, not a sausage. Associates.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like arranging in my head how my lips should go, so I make the right sound and like.
Well done. It will become habit soon enough. You're doing really, really well.
It's also because I would normally say associates, and then I need to remember to say an S in there, and then it's just all.
Associates. But the thing associates, I definitely say both, I think. In all honesty, like you said about your husband says, oh, it's this way, and then he says it
Yeah.
a different way. I think I think I would say it both.
I was just thinking also my friends, I will listen the lawyers, so they have associates. And we always, instead of saying like, well, you know, my employee, they say my associate, da 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 da. But I think they say it with sh, but now I'm not sure, so I need to listen out next time I speak to them.
Yeah, I think if it was an associate, like a law firm or whatever, my associate is going to talk you through the next step. I would say associate with an S, associate. But I think if I associate with something, it would be an associate.
But I feel like it's also like, say the older barrister would say associate or associate, but the younger would say with a
it's issue and issue again. Yeah. And again, when I was talking about this in the workshop yesterday, I would never say issue, the issue at hand.
It just sounds too like,
it's way too posh. Yeah, it's far too posh for me.
Hoity-toity, as you said.
Hoity-toity. So yeah, I would say issue and tissue with the sh. So again, both are valid, and you'll listen to the news and they will always say issue if it's a proper kind of, usually the BBC will say issue. Yeah, but again, it's up for debate and it's up for you to decide with your artistic license that I have handed you here. There you go, your artistic license. You're welcome.
I'll carry it proudly with me throughout life.
Oh, good times, good times. That was all I had written down for you, my love. Have you got any questions or final thoughts?
Can you say exigencies again?
Exigencies.
Thank you.
Can you say it again now then?
You make me laugh. Exigencies.
Yeah, good. Exigencies.
Okay. I think I'll remember. It is also x instead of x.
Yeah. Say it one more time for me.
Exigencies.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful it doesn't become exigencies. I do think it's exigencies.
Okay,
like
yeah, okay, yeah.
Again?
Exigencies.
Good. One more time.
Exigencies.
Yeah, there we are. Well done.
Okay, I think I'll remember now.
Yeah, good. Well done. We'll all remember that word. That's our word of the day. Violet, actually. Hey, Violet. Can you say exigencies for me again?
Exigencies.
Yeah, okay, good. I just wanted to check that C's was in there. But lovely. Well done, darling. Well done, darling. It looked like Lisa was on the phone momentarily. So I think she might not be ready to go next. But is Anastasia there? Or anyone else with their camera off?
Yes, I am.
Hello, darling. Welcome. How are you?
Good, and you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. A little bit bunged up, but fine. I feel like I've got into my groove now. So as soon as this call's over, I'm gonna be like, oh, really ill again. But we're getting there. Good. Can you read the poem for me, darling?
Okay. How happy is a little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown at passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity.
Really good. Lovely work, my love. Was there any bits in that that threw you off or that you particularly enjoyed?
Well, I didn't enjoy it all. The line and independent as the sun.
Yeah.
I mean this article.
Say that again.
As the sun.
It's good because you stumbled on it, didn't you? But then you paused, you went back and you did the whole thing again and just slowed down and you got it right. It's interesting, isn't it, Anna, as well?
But it sounds weird in real life.
What, when you say it that slowly, you think?
Sorry?
When you say it that slowly or just generally?
Yeah. No, when I say it slowly.
Yeah, again, because this is poetry, we can afford to slow it down because it is a bit weird. It is a weird thing to start talking about, this stone bobbing around in the road alone that doesn't care about career. Of course it doesn't. It's a stone. It is a bit of an absurd idea, I would say, an absurd conversation to have. So again, we have artistic license to slow it down. In natural conversation, though, of course, if we're talking about being an independent woman, we might not want to slow it down. So can you just say, for fun, I'm an independent woman, and just say it like in natural conversation, like you're telling us that you're an independent woman, and let's see if we can change up the pace a bit.
I'm an independent woman.
Yeah, independent woman. Good. I think what's happening is the tip of your tongue is just keeping it quite heavy, and We know you've got a good little tongue flutter that you can manage those lovely t-t-t-ts and da-da-da-das really nicely. Can we lighten up the D sound that you're making so it's less independent and more independent, smoother?
Independent.
Yeah. Does it feel easier to say if you do it like that?
Sorry?
Does it feel easier to say if you do it a little bit lighter?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, I think you can afford to do that because you've got such a good crisp diction on those D's and T's. You can lighten up on it, on that word in particular, because it needs to keep doing it, isn't it? Independent. And those N's interfere with it a little bit and make it feel a bit heavier. But if we think lighter, we'll get it easier. Make sense?
Yes.
Good. Just say it again on that line with a lighter D in your mind. And independent as the sun.
And independent as the sun.
Yeah, lovely. Really, really good. And independent as the independent. Yeah, really good. Thank you very much. Wonderful. What else did I jot down? About careers. Where's that line? The third line. Can you just read the third line, please, for me?
And doesn't care about careers.
And again?
And doesn't care about careers.
Yeah, good.
Careers.
Doesn't. Good. Can we have a little bit more stress on care? It's important that they don't care, but also, sorry, it's important that it doesn't care, but also it's the fact that it doesn't care about careers. I want a bit more stress on care, basically, please. Can you try that?
And doesn't care about careers.
Yeah, good. Excellent. Just an energy thing there. You know, you're not saying that it does care about careers, you're saying that it doesn't, but also we need to be really clear on what it doesn't do and it doesn't care. So again, I'd say that's just more of an energy thing. So just making sure that we're stressing the right parts, not that there are right or wrong, both make sense, but don't be afraid to play around with what you're stressing and when as you're saying the line. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Can you just do it one more time? And I just want to check something else as you say it.
You mean
Same line. And doesn't care about careers.
and doesn't care about careers.
Yeah, about careers. No, okay, I think you're doing it fine. Yeah, no more comment on that line. Well done. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay, good. I've got one more thing for you. Don't go away just yet. The fifth line, whose coat of elemental brown? Can you just say that for me?
His coat of elemental brown.
Yeah, good. Coat. Make sure we get the T in there this time. We're getting in coat of, no, coat of elemental.
His coat of elemental brown.
Lovely. One more time.
His coat of elemental brown.
Yeah, really, really good. Well done. On whose as well, it's almost sounding like his coat. Whose coat? So can we make sure we're committing to that lip grounding? Whose coat?
Whose coat of elemental brown.
Yeah, really, really good. I actually think the first time you did it was stronger. Whose coat? There was a lovely richness there, but then you kind of went, whose coat? Coat. Whose coat? Try and just follow through on the same intonation a little bit for me there. Whose coat?
Whose coat of elemental brown.
Very good. Very on the same pitch. Well done. And now you can free it up a little bit more, but try not to jump onto the coat. Let the coat just gently shrug over your shoulders, okay? Whose coat of elemental brown?
Whose coat of elemental brown.
Yeah, okay, good. Well done. I think it was just more of a pitch intonation thing. Whose coat of elemental brown? No, whose coat of elemental brown. I just wanted it a little bit more direct and flatter. Even though we do hang up a coat onto a hook usually, I want you to picture it coming more on your shoulders, a little shrug on rather than a big leap down onto the hook. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Better. Well done. Keep working on that. Just the intonation in general and freeing it up. But generally, I think you did a really, really good job. Have you been practicing your pitch variation and intonation at all?
No.
No. Excellent. Keep practicing it. And I do think these poems are good practices for you, Anastasia, just because they are poems and that you can play around with it a little bit more and it will break you up a little bit if you choose to get creative with it, and I want you to get creative with it just to keep freeing it up for yourself. Is that okay for you to keep working on?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yes, you will. Excellent. And yeah, just make sure it's whose. You got a lovely richness there that time. So yeah, no further things that I've noted. Any other questions or thoughts?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Well done. Lisa.
Yeah, so sorry.
Not at all, not at all. I thought you were joining in the conversation when we were talking about something because you were doing some hand movements and it drew my attention. I was like, oh, she's on the phone. I was like, oh, I hope she's okay.
No, it's because, like I'm supposed to finish work at 6, but people still call me after 6 and I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm already signed off. I'm actually taking an online class now and I don't use my headphones. So I know they can actually hear like
Yeah.
the voices on the background and they just go, oh, you are taking an online class. How nice. And still expect like I'll do the whole conversation.
Yeah, typical, isn't it?
So
well
sorry.
Done. No, don't be daft.
Yes,
Don't be
I'm
daft. I'm
late.
sorry they bothered you
Yeah.
after you've clocked out. But good. Are you? I know you didn't hear me reading it. Do you want me to read it again, or are you happy to
Oh,
just
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, if you
want me to read it again?
Yes.
Let's do it. And hopefully even I get exigencies correct this time.
Okay.
Really threw me off when I read it. I was like, oh, I thought I was brushed up. Apparently not. Anyway, let's go. How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity. Ta-da!
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome, darling. Have a little go yourself. Let's see what happens.
How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone and doesn't care about careers and exigencies, never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity.
Woo! Well done.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
How was that?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Like, yeah, exigencies
Was
is a
pretty much spot on,
is
but
a
it's a weird word.
great word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little bit of, I think, a ramble. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other bits that you liked or didn't like?
I like how it ends with just in casual simplicity again, like when it's the shortest sentence in the poem. I'm like, okay, I see what she did there. Yeah, and then it doesn't care about careers. I also think like it's a bit of a mouthful to pronounce, like care about careers.
Yeah.
Stuff like this. And then the bit I'm not sure about is like, I think I wasn't sure with like the word brown. Like, do you just say like with usual for some reason I was curious. I was a bit hung up on this.
Okay. Interesting. I feel like there's another thought brewing. Anything else?
Yeah, no, it's because so we were discussing the like the O sound with James recently. So that's I'm a bit like a bit focused on this ones basically.
Okay. Yeah, it's in the forefront of your mind. Okay, lovely. I thought your stones and roads and alones were overall pretty good, to be honest. So maybe I don't know if it's
okay.
Worked on it recently, it's more switched on or whatnot, but I thought they were okay. Can you just say the first two lines again, just so I can have another little listen?
Yeah. How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone.
Yeah, good. Well done. Thank you. Yeah, stone and alone, I think are particularly good. It's that road, I think, however, that R sound is maybe rolled it a little bit, when actually I want a little bit more of a less rolled and more road.
Road.
Again.
Road.
Yeah, good, better. I think again, I keep giving this note tonight, but it's just a bit flatter than road. We want to just get on with it, and I think because there is that kind of schwa sound after it, we're maybe just enjoying that a little bit too much. But I want you to enjoy it less and just get on with the word and go down the road. Yeah, so just say again, road.
Road.
Yeah, better, much better energetically there as well. Could you feel it? You're a bit more direct with it.
Yeah, because the like r sound we discussed with James as well.
Excellent.
And he said like put your tongue up and then do something else, and I didn't understand him. So basically it's like it's been a whole thing basically with the sound R as well. So yeah, like road. I see what you mean, but yeah.
Yeah. I think generally with the r, and I do this gesture all the time when I do my arms. That's what my voice teacher told me to do at drama school. There is like a release, a flick forward almost. So again, perhaps maybe that's what, I'm not sure what James has been trying to articulate with you, but yeah, but I just think release it forward and let it get on with itself. Road.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Road.
One more time.
Road.
Yeah, better that second time, especially. Just more energy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, good. Well done. Rambles. It's not rumbles, it's rambles. So they're two very similar words. We've got rumbles. Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, that's what they say at the beginning of a boxing match. However, we are rambling. So just make sure we're not saying rum, we're saying ram. It's a bit more again.
Ram.
One more time.
Ram.
Yeah. Okay, good. Can we think of that kind of throwing forward energy on that R as well? Rambles.
Rumbles.
Careful. Good. Better energy, but we almost said rumbles again. So we want to think, rather than coming forward directly like this, can we think flat out across the horizon? Rambles.
Rumbles.
Rambles.
Rumbles.
Yeah, better. I think getting these cheeks involved and thinking wider and lifting those cheeks is going to help you. One more time. Rambles.
Rumbles.
Yeah, okay, better. Can you work on that for me?
Yeah, because it's a bit hard for me to pick up the difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll practice on this.
Just watch what I say. I'm just gonna I'm putting in the chat. Rum, ram. Just watch what I do in my jaw as well. Rum, ram, ram. Can you see I'm gently smiling a little bit?
Yeah, it is like quite
yeah. I could exaggerate it more, but I want you to see how subtle it is. Rum is more long.
Yeah.
Ram is slightly lifted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just do those for me. Let's identify both. Let's try rum, and then ram. Just drill them for me one more time.
Ram.
Yeah, close. I think your first ram was solid, and then we kind of fell back into the rum kind of shape again. Okay. Just smile for me. Really big smile. Everyone do this. Even Anastasia, even though I can't see your picture. Excellent. Big teeth smile. Let those teeth out as well. Yeah. And then pucker. Smile. Pucker. Oh, smile. Pucker. Yeah. Smile. Keep going. Pucker. Smile. Pucker. Smile. Pucker, smile. Yeah, cheekbones. Hello. Let's keep smiling and let's just say ram. Again. Ram. Yeah, better.
Okay.
I think you're getting there, and then you're kind of easing off a little bit. So if anything, I'd say again, I've explained this many times before, but we'll just go to the extreme of both so you can really start feeling the difference in both. Okay. So practice rum, and then ram, and see if you can identify what is different. Yeah.
Thanks. It's because in the first case, I clearly hear like ram, but in the second case, it's like between and
yeah,
but it's not ram. realm, right? It's kind of like, oh no,
That was
it's closer to A actually, like realm,
like
realm,
ham, ban, tan. I tan well.
ran, tan,
Hand,
hand,
ram.
ram.
Good. There we are.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very
Yeah.
interesting.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. Just the first two, how happy, those lovely H's. You've got a lovely richness in your H, but I want you to get on with the vowel sound after the H and stop stressing on the H so much when you say how
Okay.
happy. Can we have how happy? Can we just let the H be a little quick moment before we get on with the rest of the word? Can you just try that for me?
How happy.
Good.
Happy.
Can we just take the H's out and just say, ow, happy?
Ow, happy.
Yeah, good. Well done. And again.
Ow, happy.
Yeah, lovely. And now let's just pop in a little tiny H that's like half the size of the A and the O there. How happy?
How happy.
Yeah, that was it. It's breathier and lighter and less and connected. So try and keep your H's just a little bit lighter like that, and get on with the vowel sound afterwards. Make sense?
Yeah. With H, yeah, I know that I all pronunciate H sound, but then sometimes, like, if you don't say it as because I know, like, sometimes you can be like hurricanes oddly happen, right? Like it's a thing where people just don't pronounce H
Yeah.
as well, but like I think
Happy.
maybe it's not
Yeah.
the case. So I'm like sort of I'm trying to pronounce it, but not all pronounce it. So yeah. Okay.
Again, I was just trying. I don't think you as a person, I'm not sure you would go, how happy am I doing today? I'm not sure you'd go to that level of like Cockney. But I was just trying to get you to do it to get used to not doing the H sound before the word to see if we could pull back on it, and you did. So yeah, fun to play around with, but I think do keep your H's there. Just make sure they're not too thick. And they're not too yeah, what's the word? Yeah, thick, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just a quick bit of air. How happy. It's just a very gentle letting
Oh,
of the air.
okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I'll practice this one as well.
Excellent. Practice that for me. Lovely. And then independent. Just say and independent as the sun.
And independent as the sun.
Yeah, good. Just because this is a poem and because independence is such a big thing. I don't know if you saw how I said it or heard how I said it then. Independence, that beginning is really strong. To be independent, one is strong, they are singular, they don't need anything else, right? And just the way you did it then was very and independent. It kind of made it all come into one. Can we just break it up again and give independence more of a sense of independence, please?
Yeah. So, and independent as the sun.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Yes, it was much stronger there. And I think, again, this is what the poet is perhaps trying to imply, is that this stone is not corrupted by all these other thoughts and feelings that we might get corrupted with. They are independent like the sun, which is the most magnificent ball of fire and energy that we have in our universe, right? So great. Thank you. Very, very good. Independent. Can you do it one more time? Same sort of impetus on independent. On that final T on independent, can we just lighten the T a little bit? I'm being really nitpicky here.
Okay. And independent as the sun.
Yeah, good. Don't forget about it completely, but try not to make it E.
And independent as the sun.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Thank you. That was just an experiment. I just wanted to try. Yeah, really, really good. Sometimes, again, with these, I think similar to Anastasia, actually, with the T's and the D's, we just spit them out quite a bit, but we can afford to ease off of them a little bit as well. I would say, Liza, for you, and in that word.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just because we're trying to get it right, I think, but then it becomes very heavy and weighs us down a little bit. So yes, and finally, casual simplicity. Can we come back to that, please? Just say that line for me.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah, in casual. Yeah, I forgot which was the last one. In casual simplicity.
Yeah, casual. Good. Again, on casual, you're getting the nice je in there, which is great. Can we make the je less important? Casual, and get on with the yule sound a little bit more. Similar to what I kind of gave Violet earlier. Almost imagine that the word is spelt like that, just to see what that does.
Okay, yeah. Casual.
Yeah, good. Well done. You're still getting the casual in there, but it's just less of a mountain. And I think we do say it a little bit more casual than casual. Can you see hear the very subtle difference that I'm doing there?
Yeah.
So tiny.
Okay, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And simplicity, just say that word for me.
Simplicity.
Again.
Simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity. Again, similar to what I gave Violet, actually. Can we just smooth it out a little bit more and try not to hiss it out so much? Simplicity. It's like we're floating on a cloud and it's very easy going. Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Yeah, much better, smoother. Such a tiny little thing, isn't it? Such a weird thing that I'm picking up, but like, just, yeah, it's just, I think, easing off of it a little bit on some of these sounds in particular. Have you got any questions about any of that, my love?
Yeah, no. Thank you for pointing out the H and T. But yeah. And then for simplicity as well, it's because sometimes when I pronounce like the I sound like in simplicity, like even when I say bit, I think sometimes I sort of overpronounce it, that it just sounds like closer to like, and then basically I'll start overthinking about it. But yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that as well. Bit. If we try too hard, bit. Yeah, I think, I don't know if this is just a reoccurring thing I'm noticing in some of the other workshops I'm doing for Lilo at the moment, but yeah, when that tongue is too high, it does just keep it up here and it becomes quite tense and it doesn't really go and develop any resonance in the word like I think we do have in a lot of our British accents. So yeah, bit. There's still a lowering of that tongue, bit. And after we've made the consonant sound, the tongue does need to lower again, bit. For me, it is like the tip of my tongue is behind the bottom teeth. And I do think that is a general rule, like in the British accent, the tongue in a neutral position, the tip of the tongue is behind the bottom teeth. And I think that will just really help to maybe come back to that every so often if you feel like you are tensing and it does feel quite like forced in any place at any point while you're practicing, guys. Just a general note, maybe just come back, give your jaw a little massage and just let that tongue like just rest behind those bottom teeth. And I think that will give you a really secure neutral position to start working from again. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something I've actually noticed in the mornings. Like I think I grip my jaw in my sleep, and as a result I'm noticing the tip of my tongue is starting to sit behind my top teeth, and it's never done that before. And as a result I'm getting a bit more tongue-tied and more tense in my throat. So I'm really trying to work on that myself as well. So yeah, let's all let our tongues chill out together, shall we? Lovely, well done. Any final thoughts or questions, my loves? No, excellent. Well, it's been lovely to see all of you as always. And now I do believe next week is the final.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
What are Wednesdays going to be about?
Crying and being alone. No, I'm kidding. We'll have to find something else to do. Oh yeah, we'll have to just keep looking at poetry and sharing it with each other as best we can. And yeah, I don't know if Lilo's got any other things in the pipeline, but it has been so lovely. And we've got another session anyway, so I'm not going to say my goodbyes now.
We have to have that Zoom call when you can feed us in for like a little bit to just chat.
Yeah, just have a little chin wag. And I'll be seeing you next week anyway, Anna, because you're coming to the show.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yes?
Well, if I can come and say hi, I'd love to.
Yeah, do. Come and say hi. Do it. Yeah.
Like if you see somebody crazy like running to the stage, that's me.
I'll know it's you. I'll know it's you. I'm sure I'll hear your lovely giggle running through the crowd.
Diva, diva.
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, no, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'd be nice to meet you in person and give you a hug. So
Definitely.
hello afterwards. But anyway, I'll see you all next week. Have a lovely week and look after yourselves. And if you've got any
And get
questions,
well. Get well soon.
yeah, thank you. I feel like once I log off of this, I'm gonna just relax for the evening. But yes, I will see you soon, my loves. Well done tonight. Great work. Great work.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice evening.
You too, guys.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Well done.